3 different industries. And he's come out of retirement because this industry is about to be the 4th one he's going to make millions with. Now, not only has he done pretty well for himself, but he's always done what has been best for his people and his people supporting him in his business. Now, he actually has a goal, and that goal is to help 10,000 families generate $5,000 per month in residual income in the next 2 to 5 years. And you people on this call are some of those families, right? So, what I respect about most about him is that no matter where you are in life, if you're a celebrity, if you're just making it and you're 50 years old and you got 200,000 in your savings, if you're 18 years old taking on your first shot at a first risk at business, he's going to help you and meet you where you are and make sure that you're supported in every way, fast, and form to get on to whatever level that you need to move on to next. So let me introduce the person that's helping me launch my business today. He's the VP and the build partner, Mr. Sam Bean.
All right.
Hey, Gage. Oh man, I'm excited. And hello to everybody else. I know we got Gage here, we got Freddie here, Angel Trent here. I know he's their business partners. These guys are collaborating at this moment, and we're about to do something extremely exciting, something very, very impactful, and something that's very lucrative. And when it comes to the company, guys, like he said, he gave you a couple of things about myself, and one of the things that he didn't mention is that I retired 3 years ago, almost 4 years ago now, and my wife and I, we had some immeasurable level of success. We've been blessed and have touched the lives of a lot of people around the world in 32 countries, to be exact, financially and economically. And we retired 40 plus people. At least 7 people make millions of dollars with us, and a lot of people made 5, 6 figures. And again, that's not to impress you or to brag anything like that, but to impress upon you that is I came out of retirement for this opportunity. And the reason why I came out of retirement for this opportunity is because I never got a chance to get that goal done. I've had a goal for the last, I would say, 7 years to help 10,000 families total, make at least $5,000 a month in residual recurring income. And those other vehicles that, we participated in, a lot of people make some really good money and some life-changing money, but the masses didn't, and it's because the masses couldn't. Okay, and so this situation has a lot more to do with the impact than it does, the money. The money is always going to be there, guys, and you always get paid in direct proportion to how much you serve the masses, how much you serve society. And so that's one of those things where if you take care of everybody else, you never have to worry about you. So the company that we're going to talk about, guys, again, one of the dynamics of the company that I appreciate is that we have a changing economy, and a lot of the things are changing for the worse for a lot of people. And if it's not, jobs burning down or getting blown down by hurricanes, it's the economy being dictated by the government and the president and everything else that's included. You got a lot of people right now who are trying to figure out what their new plan A is or what their plan B is right now that may have to become their plan A if anything happens out of their control. Okay. And this company that you're watching, that you're going to be talking with me about today, and we're going to have this conversation about today, is a company that a person can literally make a 6-figure annual income on a very part-time basis. Okay. And that's without recruiting. This is not a network marketing company, which is why I came out of retirement for it. Okay, it is basically a business model. It's kind of like an Amazon for entrepreneurs and people who are looking for careers. And I'll go deep into that in a moment because that's just one part of it. Okay, but the fact that an individual can, instead of going to get a 30 hour a week part-time job for $3,000 a month, or go and drive Uber and Airbnb and everything that they're doing to make the ends meet, as band-aids, as we call them, as we are putting people in a position where they get a chance to now live their life and enjoy their life, but more importantly, enjoy the people who, they love and care about, because now they have more time, and then also enjoy the things that they really do love doing. So it's not always about money, but it's what money will afford you to do. Okay. And so whatever reason you're on here today, if it's just to come in and see what the options are that Gage has presented you guys with, or that Freddie has presented you guys with, or any of their business associates, just know that we have something for everybody. Okay. And so when it comes to build, Like I said, it's not a network marketing company. It's a high ticket brokerage. We're basically business brokers. And so we had four high ticket verticals. We have more now, and we're about to go international within the next 2 to 3 weeks in multiple countries all around the world. So we are extending not just our ecosystem and what we offer, but the territory in which we offer it in. Okay, and a person really could make a really nice, solid 6 or 7 figure income in any one of these standing alone. But the fact that you have uh, a lot of them, several of them, it gives people options, and it's not a one size fit all thing. You get a chance to really take a look at what we have to offer, and you pick what's I would say congruent with your culture, what's congruent with your personality and your character, and also what's congruent with what you say your goals are. Okay, but why build a business? And this is real simple now more than ever. You're seeing your jobs go overseas. You're seeing your jobs go away by virtue of a person who's mastered AI. They're literally making sure they're replacing human beings with technology and with AI. Again, you have again a lot of other reasons we talked about earlier when it comes to governments and the decisions that they're making. But as the responsibility for you to take care of the people in your households is yours and yours alone. And when it comes to having an employment, there's no security in that. Okay, I'm not saying go full-fledged entrepreneur. What I am saying is start becoming an entrepreneur part-time. Sometimes full-time doesn't matter, but this has got to be a shift because if not, what you're finding is that you have a lot of really good people out there who've dedicated their lives to people and careers, their educations and everything else that was supposed to take care of them. They're now facing all of these things that you see here, on this screen. Okay. Now, earlier I mentioned that you have people who are turning to companies like, Airbnb, Uber, Etsy, Amazon, Uber Eats, all kind of different things. And they're doing so because, people are taking income cuts or inflation has hit them in a way that they didn't manage and budget for. Either way, none of these things are going to get you filthy, stinking, hog nasty rich as the masses, but it will provide you some, let's say some comfort, some extra money to kind of make sure you get through the hard times until you figure out what the next step really is. Okay, and so when it comes to our company, guys, we're not a small gig. We are the ultimate gig, and it's the ultimate gig for a lot of different reasons. But three of the main reasons are, these boxes that you have to check as an entrepreneur when you're evaluating the business opportunity. Okay, first and foremost, you're looking for industries with big target market and low market penetration. Okay. The things that we're going to show you guys, they are virtually untapped, and then if they all do have a presence, we have some uniqueness, that separates us from the masses. Okay, essential goods and services like gas, electricity, water, in short, those things are what we call residual income. Okay, you need those things. You can't do without those things, but those things are also residual income creating necessities and services. Right. Like you said, we made millions of dollars in several different industries. One of the industries that we made millions of dollars in was coffee, basically commodity-based business. And once we had people, on our product, they saw it was unique, they saw it had benefits to it, and they saw that there were some things that they got from our coffee they couldn't get from other people. As we built up a distribution base that covers 32 countries. Okay, and when things like COVID hit, our income went up $20,000 a month, over $200,000 in production, more production based on the fact that people were not only having their coffee every day, but they were having more of it because they were stressed out at that point in time. And the only thing they had was more time to drink more coffee, okay, or to indulge in any other habits that they actually had. So again, essential goods, services. I'm quite sure each and every last one of you guys have a cell phone, right? So there are certain things that you can industries that you can participate in that people cannot do without. Industries that thrive in good and bad economies, talked about those already. The lights are going to stay on, the gas is going to stay on. There are going to be things that you're going to be doing, regardless of what you have. Like you'll pay your lights and gas before you pay your car note or your home note. Okay. And so that's the one thing that buy you time. When you've been broke, you know how to move things around. So when you look at some of the industries that we participate in, guys, we're not just participating in industries that, people are participating in to make money. We are participating in industries that billionaires and multimillionaires are investing in and participating in. Okay? When you look at Encore, is one of our partners, as our solar company. Freedom Forever is a partner of ours for residential sales. That's a real big deal for us because when you look at what we pay out, commission on average, $6,000 to $10,000 on average. So when I say one transaction that you're getting on a part-time basis with our full support, guys, that's one a month. That's 75 grand to 100 to six figures a year on a part-time basis. The average person in North America makes 50 grand. I'll talk more about that in a little bit. Now you also have Rain H2O. Okay, with Rain H2O, guys, this is an enigma for a company. This company here is 30 years in business. When it comes to our parent company that makes our machines, they were the company that actually brought over alkaline water to North America, and we now have an alkaline hydration setup when it comes to our machines. So the level of quality when it comes to the water, help your body become pH balanced and fight off the disease and stuff like that, guys. We have the best product to do it. But we also have a machine that's less expensive when doing so. It's half the price of the leading competitors that are out there. But not only is it half the price, as we actually pay way more for you selling ours. So they pay anywhere from $300 to $500, I guess, at max. Ours is anywhere from $1,000 to $2,100 for a less expensive but more quality machine. Okay, so think about this for a second. When it comes to water, guys, there's a zip code on there. I know Angel can put it in the chat for you, and she's going when she puts that in there, take that website down, put your zip code in, and it'll tell you all the toxins and things that are actually in your water. Right. So you can see what you've been drinking. You see what's coming out of your faucets. And these are the same faucets, guys. Remember, for some of the guys, when we played football in the streets back in the day, at grandmother's house, Big Mama's house, or whatever you want to call her, right? And you're out there with your cousins. And as soon as you race, run laps, wrestle, play football, you grab what? The water hose, right? And you drink as much water as you can drink, right? And as we're talking about 40, 50 years later, these are still the same pipes that same water is coming out of. Rust, corrosion, all kind of bacteria, chloramine, everything is in that water. So again, you want to make sure you tap into an industry that's literally cleaning that industry up. Just the filtration industry by itself, in 2022 did $7.85 billion in revenue. Okay, in 2023, it did $8.45 billion in revenue. Okay, and so we're in the right industries. All right. Now ADT and Brink's, great companies, been around forever. Can't say anything bad about a company that's been around for over 100 years old. The only thing that you can say is that the criminals are catching up. Okay, the criminals go to criminal university, which is prison, and they meet up with other students and other professors there that say, "Hey, I took the same class, and that's how I got here. That's why I graduated to prison, right? I failed that class, but let me share with you how to pass that class. Let me share with you how to get into those houses without worrying about the alarm, how to get in the window, how to get in the door, and make sure the alarm goes back off." That's what's happening, guys. That these days, that's what's happening. And so when I look at what we have now when it comes to Ripple, this is the newest, latest, innovative military grade portable security device that's coming to the market. As we're about to shut the game down. We literally have pre-orders of 75 to builders, 125 to builders, a list of many to people who own homes and things like that, or people who have daughters that are in universities that they want to take the device to school with them because, again, a lot of things happen at universities when it comes to attacks and stuff like that. This system, guys, is one of our most anticipated devices. And the beautiful part about it, like I said, there's no hard wiring required. They cannot find out where that noise is coming from, and they leave fast. So I'm excited about it for another reason because it actually not only comes with an enrollment bonus, right, of anywhere from $500 to $1,000, but guess what? They pay residual recurring income on the monitoring. ADT, Brinks, Vivint, all these other companies, They pay you for the setup one time as a salesperson. Guys, as many homes, imagine having 10, 15, 20, 30 neighborhoods, all on, Ripple, and you get paid on the monthly monitoring because you knocked all those doors or because you ran an ad campaign on social media or whatever it is. But all through the United States of America, everybody has Ripple that did business with you. Guys, that residual income is going to be ridiculous. That's how those companies get bigger based on the recurring orders, right? So when you look at Smart Money Club, guys, this is one of the things that that's like the the cherry on top, if you will, because a lot of companies out there teach you how to make money, and everybody's got to grind, everybody's got to hustle. And anybody and everybody out there, they can work if they wanted to, right? But when you get the money, there's this thing about people who have never been taught about money that after they get it, they blow it. It's self-sabotage and the money leaves them. Okay. Well, we want to make sure that that money stays there. Okay. It's sustained. It's scalable. Able to use it to diversify with it and make money with that money in many different ways, and then also leave a legacy. And so we're going to talk about that in a moment. Now, when it comes to solar, though, we'll go through solar real quick here because again, solar is not our, we're not a solar company. Let me say that. Like I said, we are like a business mall here. Solar is, however, our flagship service, right? And it's a flagship service because it has the biggest, most abundant earning power right now. And it's the one thing that a person can do on a very part-time basis and literally do better than survive. Right? They can go out there and thrive. I have people who are making 50 grand a month, 75 grand a month, 100 grand a month. And it's because they are going and they're making us think they're plugging into our system and doing everything that we taught them. Let me just say that. But as you can see, the numbers, men and women, a lot of the guys' numbers don't. Out of the 90 million homes that are eligible for solar, 85 million of those homes actually need a system on it. Okay. When you look at, the people who will say, you know what, I really would like to have solar, but I just don't think I need it right now. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, it's kind of like you owning versus renting a house, right? When you realize how powerful it was for you to own the home that you live in, and you can now take those rent payments that you're making and now put it toward owning that actual house, guys, it only makes sense for you to do that. And and this is what we call transfer buying, right? And so when you look at your lights, it's the same thing. It's electricity. It's the same exact thing. You've been renting your electricity forever, your entire life as an adult. Okay. And so now it's time to, again, replace that renting cost with a purchase cost. And so, you know what? I'm going to now buy the system that powers my home. Okay. And by doing so, guys, again, you get yourself in a position where you can take advantage of a lot of consumers' benefits right now. Okay. And they're giving away a lot, even more than what's on this actual page, just so you can become, a owner of your own solar system. Let me give you some of the benefits real quick here. And keep in mind, these are some of the same benefits that you'll basically just hand to somebody else to show them what it is that we offer when it comes to solar. But up to 50% energy costs, which we're seeing about 30 to 40% savings on a regular, 0% down, various financing options. I personally have this solar system, and guys, I'm gonna just say I love it. We saved about $220 a month, on ours. And keep in mind that when you get your solar system, guys, that's locked in. Okay, never to increase and one day to go away. Okay. Unlike your build, it's promised to increase once or twice a year based on unnatural inflation. Blackout protection. And for those of you who are here in Texas, I know Gage is here in Houston with us. We keep a hurricane in our back pocket. We keep rolling blackouts and things like that, power outages. Those things happen to us. So whether it's the freeze that happened where 44 people lost their lives, or the hurricane that happened earlier in the year where you had, or later last year, where you had people who, we had 3 million homes in Texas went without power for up to 16 days, right? Where we had another 30 plus people die. Guys, they're dying because, one, they don't have, heat or, AC. Two, they don't have power for their life-saving devices, right? And then you got people who are putting them, are falling into further debt based on spoiled food that they now have to go and replace, gasoline that they have to put in generators. As when you have a system that has blackout protection by virtue of a battery like we do, you never have to worry about that again. Yeah. And so when everybody else's lights go off, everybody's at your house because your lights are on. Tax credits, receive up to 30% on tax credit from the government, guys. This program was gone years ago. Matter of fact, they brought it back they brought it back 3 years ago, and they brought it back only for 10 years. So 7 more years. The people who own homes, they have the ability to take advantage of this. Now, if you say, well, I don't need a tax break because I'm paid up in taxes, guess what? The bank can actually use it. Somebody's going to use that tax break. Okay. And so let me share with you, if you don't let the bank use it by getting your service, this is what's going to happen. The utility companies are going to use that tax credit. And you know why they're going to use the tax credit? For those of you who say, I'll never get solar, guys, you already paid for solar. Okay. You pay for solar because there's a part of your bill that has, clean energy project or reusable or renewable energy project. It's a part of your bill that you may deem it insignificant because it's only $1 or $2 or something like that, right? Well, when you have, like I just came back from Baltimore, Maryland this weekend, 10 million customers at their utility company paying $1 a month. That's $10 million a month that they are paying for the solar farms to be built for the utility companies. And since the utility companies are building solar farms to power your house, they get the 30% tax credit that's allotted for your home. Okay, so they're getting the tax credit. You're not. You're paying for the solar panels, and you're getting charged for fossil fuel rates. They're giving you solar power, but they're charging you, they're overcharging you. Okay. That's why it's very, very important to get an audit to make sure you take a look at everything line item by line item and have a professional see if you're overpaying. Well, we know you're overpaying to see how much that you can save. Okay. Costs you nothing to get that information, costs you everything. A lifetime of paying, for something that you shouldn't if you don't. Okay. Immediate increase in home values when it comes to having a home. Think about the value of the home immediately going up 4 to 7% just because you bought solar. Okay, that's a very big deal. That's a huge jump, and it kind of sets yourself aside from the other homes that are on your street because you now have something that when a person buys your house, one, they're buying a home that there's solar being included in it. So guess what's going to happen? You'll have one bill, and when you have that one bill, you don't have electric bill. So that's more attractive already, to the individuals looking from house A to house B. Then you have clean energy. Obviously, we want to make sure we protect the place that we live. But as you can see right there, in 2022, someone went solar every 44 seconds. Okay. In 2023, someone went solar every 38 seconds. Okay. And I'm just telling you right now, so many people are looking into going into solar right now. I had a text message from one of my colleagues. He sent me a text message with a screenshot showing me that 497,000 people were searching for solar installations last week. That's in 1 week. 500,000 people are looking for solar installations in 1 week. Do you sell something, or does your company offer something that you work for, that you own, that somebody is searching for, 500,000 people are searching for in a 1 week period of time? Okay. So that's how big that the market is for us. Now, again, who you partner with says everything about you. This 25-year guarantee that you see for Freedom Forever. That production guarantee is not standard. We're the only company out there that does it. Everybody else they will give you a 25-year guarantee on the panels, right? On the wiring. But when it comes to guaranteed power, return loss of savings, in case you have to pay any money to the utility company because your system wasn't working right, they pay that. Guaranteed production, all of that stuff, they cover it, guys. Fortune 500, Inc. 500, Inc. 1000, Fortune 500, Fortune 5,000. They've been part of those lists forever, and they have the highest customer satisfaction rating of anybody in the solar industry. Okay. Now, we're in 38 states, so soon to be 44. So for those of you who are in Texas, right, guess what? You can do business in 37 more states. For those of you who are in California, you got 37 more states. But on our commercial side, okay, our commercial side allows us to do commercial in 50 states. So you have access to do business in all of the states that we are actually in. Okay. So you can sell in more. If you're a career person, all you want to do is sell, you can sell in all those states that we operate in. You are not relegated to the geographical location that you're born in and live in. Okay. So what do you see here, guys? Obviously, you're going to say opportunity, right? The ability to put a roof, or put a solar on a person's roof. Well, the entrepreneur in me, I look at this as, what Steve Jobs would look at this as. It's a ecosystem situation. So if a person buys an iPhone, like I said earlier, they'll buy an iPad, iPod, iTunes, right? iWatch. They're going to buy all of that stuff. And so it's the same thing when you have a homeowner who buys something, they save money on it. It's a high quality product and service. Guess what they're going to do? Buy something else from you, right? Because they believe in you, they trust you. As long as you continue to sell high quality things, they will buy your whole entire inventory if it makes sense. So we're looking at one-stop shopping for a large database.
Oh, I see.
Okay, let's see. We'll get these lines muted for you guys here. Thank you. All right. So here are a couple of testimonials real quick here for you guys. You have make sure that they didn't. Okay. Make sure you guys are seeing this. So we have professionals, guys, from insurance salespeople, roofers, plumbers, realtors, just anybody and everybody who does business with people who actually sell services and products to homeowners. Okay. And so when you look at this particular, installation, it was referred to the company by a Century 21 real estate agent. And so we coach our agents to go back to the people who they sold homes to because they trust you. They did the biggest transaction they have in their life with you. And so now you get a chance to go back and say, hey, we're going to add value to the house I sold you. Okay. I'm going to show you how to own the energy to your home. We're going to do an audit on your system, make sure that you're not paying and find out if there's any savings. And oh, by the way, here's some of the benefits, right? When you do that, guys, that's step one. Get the benefits. Step two, get the bill. Step three, once that they do that meeting with the mentor, the person who's going to do the presentation with them, what you'll find is that you see this $148. That's what their bill came down to after they did the audit. Okay, it was 287 at first. Okay, now it's locked in at 148, never to go up, one day to go away. And now here's the win-win situation because the homeowner just won. Now the individual who originated the deal, who brought the deal to the table, they're going to get half of that $6,400. The person who did the presentation and did all the hard work for the individual who brought the deal to the table, they're going to get the other half. And in this situation, that's how it worked. But let's say in another situation, if you were the one that brought the deal and closed the deal, you would get the whole entire $6,400 in this example. Okay. That's how simple it is, guys, for our realtors, our plumbers, our electricians, people who deal with homeowners. When they go back, they're just marrying, their database, with our systems and our performers. Okay. And so it's like a plug and profit setup. So you plug in your resources, we do 100% of the work, and you get 100% of the commissions. Right. So looking here, here's another one from EXP, realtor out of Florida. Their past client was paying 14 a month, and now it's down to 290, one day to go away. Okay, never ever to increase. Here's the commission that they made. He made $4,100, and the mentor that helped him close the deal, they made another 4,100.
What?
Angel, can you mute the line out? Somebody's on the line, please. I appreciate it. Okay. And so when you look at the energy costs over time, guys, again, inflation happens. If you go back 30 years ago, everybody was paying, for electricity pennies on a dollar. 20 years later, it was a little bit more expensive. 10 years later, a lot more expensive. Here it is today. The where your bill is at today, guys, it's higher, way higher than what it used to be. And tomorrow is going to be a lot higher. Let me share with you why. It's not just regular inflation. Okay. When it comes to those electric companies, utility companies, they're always finding a way to hike up the bill. But anytime a natural disaster happens and damage is done to the grid, they have to replace things like power lines and all kind of other stuff like that. There's a cost associated with it. That cost goes to you, the homeowner who's paying that utility bill. Okay. Now, when you have people like myself who comes off that grid, and you have people like Laura Johnson, who's on here, who comes off the grid, they go solar. right? What ends up happening is every time someone comes off the grid, the bill goes up for everybody else that's left behind because now they have to spread out what we used to pay over the remaining body of people who haven't went solar yet. Okay. So again, it's a really big deal. So when it comes to people who I take advice from, people I would trade places with financially, Warren Buffett is definitely one of them, right? And when it comes to his man, his investing prowess is second to none. Okay. And so he invested in energy. He didn't just, write this quote, energy deregulation will be the largest transfer of wealth in history. He put $10 billion of his own money right next to his mouth, where his mouth was. And so you got to respect the person for that. And so when you look at the compensation plan, 7 different ways to earn, guys, we're not going to go over all 7 for time. But again, you have to be able to compartmentalize what we offer. Because we present everything at the same time, I don't want you to get the wrong message. I'm speaking to 3 different types of people here. I'm speaking to the person who wants a legitimate, part-time career, right? Where they just want to work from home, they want to make sales, and whenever they want to make sales, and they want to get paid lots of money for doing so, but they don't want to recruit, right? That's my career person. Okay. Then you have people who they want to go out there and build a sales force, right? They want to go out there and bring on agents. Kind of like if you're a real estate broker, you bring on real estate salespeople. If you're a mortgage broker, you bring on mortgage salespeople. If you are a licensed insurance agent at brokerage, you bring on insurance agents. And so here, guys, you're bringing on sales people, right? You're bringing on people who want to sell products. You're giving opportunities for careers to people out there around the U.S. and soon to be global. So for people who are in corporate America, you have a sales team. You are familiar with that. You override on the production, right? You are a regional manager where you may have 5 or 6 states in your region, and you override the production. Guys, it's all incentive based. It's all performance based. Well, again, the person who wants to build a sales force, they can do so, and you'll get paid in direct proportion to how well we equip your sales force, the people who you bring on board. Okay. Then you have the third ones. You have the people who they understand that they are a business broker. They understand that they're bringing opportunities to the masses, and but they want to capitalize on the subscription side, like an Amazon. Okay, that I'm gonna go through that at the very, very end. So you want to make sure you hang around because that's some Jeff Bezos money on this on this table right here with you guys. Okay. So when it comes to personal sales are very, very important. This is what you do when you want to sell something. And the company says, hey, look, we're going to give you 70% commission, right, on the personal sales. And that, let's just say on the average, is $10,000 for this example. Okay. And that's a pretty decent low number at the same time. So $10,000 round number, 70% of that is 7,000. Now, the person who brings the deal to the table, they get half. The person who closes the deal get the other half. So it's 3,500 and 3,500. If you do both sides of the deal, guys, you get the full 7,000 in this example. Okay. So remember, I told you earlier to bring a deal to the table just to get the first half. It's as simple as one, two, three. One, pique a person's interest. All right. Let them know what the benefits are. Two, get the bill. Okay. And three, set the appointment with the expert. Four, get out of the way. All right. You can come and sit in on the actual training or presentation that's done with the homeowner so you can learn, which is why we call it mentoring, right? Or you can just go on to the next one. If you don't care anything about becoming a mentor, you can go on and continue to just funnel leads over to the mentors. Okay. But for me, I like being on the actual sales calls because when I have a client, I want to make sure my client is comfortable because they know me, not the individual who's mentoring. One, two, I can monitor, for code of ethics. I can monitor and make sure that people are taking good care of my clients and not taking advantage of them, right? And so, again, it keeps everybody comfortable and everybody honest. And but when you are a mentor, what you're going to do is you're going to take that lead, you're going to take that appointment, you're going to educate the homeowner, you're going to do a really brief, I would say 15 to 20-minute presentation, about anything, everything solar as it pertains to their home. Two, you're going to go over, financing, obviously, where you'll go over the layout on the roof, when it comes to the panels to show them how it looks and why you have it, positioned that way based on the sun. You'll talk about the finances, you'll talk about the tax credits, you'll talk about anything and everything that they have questions about. And normally it's about 30 minutes to 45 minutes long, depending on how many questions the homeowners have. But nobody's in a rush. Okay, these guys are very, very thorough. They're professionals and they take good care of your people. Okay. Now, in order to become a mentor, you have to do 3 training sales with a mentor. Okay. And this is very, very key. Now, if you want to just do both sides of your deal, you just do 3 sales with a mentor, period. And you don't have to do any more sales with anybody else. Now, every deal you bring to the table yourself, you can actually close those deals. Okay. Now, but to be a mentor where you can do deals for everybody in the company, all over the state, all over the globe, in all 38 states, soon to be more, you have to close 5 deals on your own. So you bring 5 deals to the table, you close those 5 deals, and you complete the company's internal certification. Now we turn around and put your name in lights. We add your name to a Dropbox, and anybody can find you, anybody can utilize you. And when I say anybody, I'm not just talking about anybody. I'm talking about people who want to be mentors as well. And this is where you'll start to see a great influx of organic leads coming in. Okay. And so when people like you, they trust you, they love how you do your presentations, they want you to be their mentor. Now, I have a gentleman who is in Atlanta who did 28 deals in the month of April, over 100 grand that month. And he didn't bring one deal to the table. All 28 of those deals were brought to him. Okay. And so when you have people who are rushing deals to you because they want to get qualified, as let's say you only have 4 people do it per month. All right. That's 3 deals that they're going to bring you per month. That's 12 deals that they do at $3,500 a deal per the example I gave you earlier. It's $42,000. Okay. That can happen every month. That'd be a $500,000 a year. Okay. And so from a sales perspective, guys, you can literally be someone who brings deals to the table, or you can actually close deals for other people who bring deals to the table. But that's how you can have an amazing and lucrative career without recruiting anybody. Okay. Now, on the side, when it comes to building a sales force, look at Zig Ziglar, the quote, the late great. He said, "You'll get all you want in life if you help enough people get what they want." And I'm a wholehearted believer of that. As a matter of fact, I followed Zig for years before he passed away. And for me, that's where I got my own mantra, where it's, my own quote. It talks about when you put everybody else's life, everybody else's family first, your family will never be last. That's why I have a goal of impacting 10,000 families and helping them get to $5,000 a month, right? Residual income. Well, here's what the sales brokerages look like, guys. So when it comes to, the layers and when it comes to overriding, when you build a sales force, the company says, "Hey, we'll bring you on board." And let's just say Freddie is doing an amazing job. He recruited me. He brought me onto the table. He's a consultant, and now I do a deal, right? And when I do that deal, remember there was 10,000. 7,000 of the commission went to the people who brought the deal to the table and closed the deal. Well, there's 30% left, $3,000 left in that transaction, right? That $3,000 or 30% is going to go to the company and the people who own the brokerages or the sales forces. Okay. So in this example, Freddie would actually get 20% of the $3,000 that's left. So he's going to get $600 in that example. So if I did 5 deals, Freddie would actually get $3,000. Okay. If I did 10 deals, myself personally, Freddie would actually get $6,000. Okay. He wouldn't get, obviously he would have to have another person enrolled in order for those 10 deals to count toward manager. Okay. But if he had 2 deals, two different people together and they did 10 deals, right? Me and somebody else, instead of $6,000, it would be 9 grand because now he's getting 30% instead of 20. So the company says the more and more deals you bring to the table between you and your team, the higher the percentage we're going to give you, all the way up to 45%. Okay. And then when you actually build a brokerage or when you build a sales force that's out here creating, a sales production, guys, we're going to give you, ownership. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 100% of every solar transaction and we're going to put it in a pool. Okay. The commissions. Okay. Then we're going to take 2% of that and we're going to divide it up in everybody in the executive pool. We're going to take 5% of that. We're going to divide it up with everybody that's in the national pool. So guys, not only do you get paid on what you actually do, but you get paid on what the company does when it comes to sales and solar throughout the whole entire United States of America. Okay. So it doesn't get any better than that. So when you look at just some round numbers real quick while we wrap this up, 10 consultants in your organization and your brokerage guys, four do one deal, six, beneath those four do a deal. That's $6,300 if they do a deal every month. Those 10 people do a deal every month. Right. You do one deal, both sides of that deal is 7,000. Do one every month, it's $13,300. That's 150 grand a year on a part-time basis, guys. Remember, you're not even doing all of the heavy lifting. You're just doing one deal a month, right? You're leveraging your sales force. Remember, you're the founder of the fee, so anything that comes into your brokerage, you override. This is why ownership is way more important than ownership. This is why it's time for, a lot of people who are in the workforce. It's time for us to get these people out of there because they're being bought wholesale and being sold retail. Okay, because people are not getting paid what they're worth. So everybody does two instead of one, and you're looking at $250,000 a year, $20,000 a month. Okay, so from a business perspective, guys, this is the mindset, the mentality that I would love for you to transition to because you still have a lot of people who haven't quite unpacked, what it means to be in business and the current day that we're in. But I can tell you, a lot of the wealth, the majority of the wealth right now, is not being created in, uh, let's say, brick and mortar stores. They're being created in click and order online businesses. Okay. And when you look at the reason why, one, there's no geographical limits when you actually do it online. Okay. You have people who do solar in Texas, they only do solar in Texas. And same thing in every state. You have people who they may do state solar in 3 or 4 different states because, it takes money to open up solar companies in states in physical locations, anywhere from 150 to $250,000 on the low end, right? Anywhere from 15,000 to $50,000 a month to sustain it on the high end. I mean, on the low end as well. Guys, it only took me $200 to open up not just my solar brokerage for solar, but my brokerage for my water, Rain H2O for Ripple, Secure. Everything that we're going to sell, guys, that's a different company. That's a different space. That's a different entity that I can actually go out and market for and generate cash and revenue for. Okay. But I can also teach everybody else to do the same exact thing. But that's only $200. Okay. So Gage only invested $200 in this business. And as you see here, one is 149 and one is $200. And I'm going to share with you the difference in why Gage and Freddie went with the builder instead of the consultant. As a consultant, there is no residual income. As a consultant, you get to sell anything you want. You can sell 100% of everything we have access to. The cool part about it is it's only $149 for you to actually get started. You don't have to worry about any licensing. You don't have to worry about any testing as you would if you open up any other brokerage, right? And your overhead to get all the support that you need and all the trainings, access to all the portals and elite trainings is only $49 a month. Now, let's say you stumble across four people who in your family or four people that you sold an alkaline water system to or a home system to, and they want to make some extra money and they twist your arm and force you to recruit them. Well, you no longer have to pay 149. You no longer have to pay $49 a month. That goes away. Okay. Here, over on the builder side, okay, that builder side, $199. Now, when you look at this $199, that $50 extra is special. Okay. That $50 extra gets you access to residual income, gets you access to, these other benefits and things that are attached to it. And I'll show with you over here on this side. Smart Money Club is the most important one of them all. Within our Smart Money Club, guys, you see all the things that you have here: financial mastery, business mastery. All those things are personal and business. Now, all these things you have access to, but the thing about it is you actually have access to give it to your friends and family as well. You can give it to your sons and daughters, nieces and nephews, aunts and aunties, moms and dads, and you can let them have access to your portal when it comes to any and all of this stuff. Because we don't want our family to suffer financially. And if they choose not to use the information that we give them access to, it's on them. But at least you don't have to worry about, you know, your close family, having to buy all this stuff on their own. Now, when I look at the other side, the entertainment side of it, guys, the entertainment side of it is big time. Now you have three different categories from restaurants, shopping, and travel that you have access to. You get a chance to use 50,000 real estate restaurants from fast food to steakhouses. Okay. 150,000 retailers, though you can use anything from shopping for clothes to activities, right? Like bouncy houses, yachts, cruises, rather, movie theaters, stuff like that. And then you have 850,000 travel providers for resorts, cruises as well, hotels, a lot of lodging, but I've used it a lot of times. As a matter of fact, it paid for itself. So when I look at how much money, I've actually invested in this company to do business, I haven't really invested a dime because the $200 that I invested, I got that back when I went to California. I stayed at the Hilton, and it was 6 nights. I saved $31 a night. That's at $186 right there. When I stayed at the Bellagio, it was $25 a night, $28 a night for 5 nights. Okay. Again, just when I went to, Denver, stayed at Clio, I saved a lot of money. I saved a lot of money in Baltimore. Right. And so, again, I haven't paid a dime to do business. And that $99 a month, that came with it, guys, I had four of my first 30 days. So what we do is we bring a person in, we help them get their four right away. So they don't even have to worry about the $49 a month or the $99 a month. Okay. But even if they did, guys, it's business. It's a cost to do business. And where else can you actually run a company for $99 or less, when it comes to business? Now, on the back end, now we talked about the subscription-based, side of the business. Okay. Now, when you look at, the most trending and fastest growing segment of business right now is subscription-based companies. Okay. And one of the things that really triggered it, they've been around forever, but the things that triggered it and took it to the next level is when you had thousands and tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of companies shut down overnight, and nobody had they didn't have any other incomes coming in. Okay. And so people said, "Yeah, I will never ever have that happen to me again." Okay. And they learned from other people's experiences as well. So in COVID, you had companies like, HBO, go up to 100 million subscribers, right? You had Zoom come out of nowhere and go and become big. You had, what was it? Fortnite, video games became big. Subscriptions and stuff came big. You also had companies like Netflix, 260 million subscribers. Okay. Um, Spotify, 239 million subscribers. But the one that I really appreciate the most and I like into our company and our business model is the Amazon business model. Okay. Guys, if you have Amazon, Prime membership or any type of subscription for Amazon, put one in the chat for me or just type in me for me. Okay. Just want to know who I'm dealing with. And, I'll give y'all a minute because I know, there you go. Now they're coming in. There you go. There you go. I should have about 50 of them because it's 54 of you on here. As most everybody has an Amazon subscription, right? And so when you look at Jeff Bezos, and this is where you really want to pay good close attention to what I'm about to share with you. Jeff Bezos has people who are recruiting companies to put their products and services on Amazon every day. They have products that come and go every day. And for all those products that are there, every time someone sells a product, he gets paid an override, right? But watch this. He has over 200 million subscribers. So, regardless of what products come and go, guys, it's safe to say that he's not hurting for money at all. He's stable, he's secure. And that 200, those 200 million subscriptions, they cash in and they grow every year. So, what you want to do is you want to put yourself in a position where you build a subscription-based business. If you're a business-minded individual, you're not here for a career, but you see the big picture, you're going to make money off of everything that your sales force sells. But it's the subscription on the back end, right? That's going to help you build a residual income from anywhere from $500 to $250,000. Okay. And so, with that part, I want to make sure you guys know this. When we talk about elite training, we talk about elite things that we do for our individuals. That $99 a month for that membership, guys, again, it gets you your smart money club. It gets you, your travel and everything, benefits, gets you the support, education, but it gets you access to the Cardone University. Right? Grant Cardone has trained some of the best of the best. So we don't just bring people in and just leave you to your own experiences. We make sure that we help you scale your skill set. Okay. Lead generation mastery calls, we have those as well. And Landon Taylor does those. And he's showing you how to take social media like Facebook and create a Facebook account, lead generations where you actually have ads and things coming in, right? You have people who are coming in wanting to know what you do and how they can actually get your services. Okay. And then as we wrap up here, obviously, 199 guys, a lot of you guys spent that last weekend on dinner and a movie. Okay. And so this is the cost to do business with us. And again, it's a joke, but the one thing I can tell you is that this is the same $200 that I'm advising you that you should really position yourself with in 5 years, guys. Multiple seven figures a month, guaranteed. And it's because we will actually achieve our goal of helping 10,000 families get to $5,000 a month of residual recurring income. So, with that being said, what I want to do is I'm going to stop sharing here. And then what I want to do is I want to have, Gage come on real quick here. And that way he can address his audience. And I know Freddie's on here as well, and then Angel, and then we'll wrap up. So, Freddie, you want to come on and anything you want to share with the audience before you get out of here?
Hey, I just want to tell everybody this is an awesome, awesome opportunity. There's some great things that are on the horizon. And the main thing is to be interested in making some extra additional income. Now is the time.
Yes. Yes, sir. And I got a chance to meet Freddie first. A couple of weeks ago, we had an event here in Houston, and it's amazing how the law of attraction works. When you're looking for someone, you don't know who they are, but they show up. I've been talking about San Antonio, Austin, and Dallas taking over those regions and being the first to get into those markets and put assets in place that we can build around. And so he showed up in one of our events by virtue of coming through with Gage. And so appreciate you, and look forward to continue to do business with you, Freddie. Gage, you got anything you want to say real quick before we turn it over to Angel and then get out of here?
Of course. And man, first of all, I just want to thank you sincerely for taking out your time to speak with us and giving us your expertise. We already know your time is valuable, and I truly appreciate you taking the time to introduce us to Build. But man, y'all, so really what's been shared is just more than just a business opportunity. It's a smart opportunity. Like y'all know, eggs are $7 right now. So today's economy, look, finding ways to create additional streams of income while providing real value is like essential, and Build does just that. The best part for me, and I know it's going to be even better for you guys, is that it integrates seamlessly with whatever you're doing. You can do it part-time. All you got to do is make a call, and you have people in there willing to support you. Yes, you start your business alone, but you're not alone, right? So you have people there with you, supporting you throughout the way, right? And so if you're a person like just who values smart money moves and making those types of moves, man, this is something to really pay attention to and get into while it's fresh off the ground, like Bitcoin, man. Don't you wish you would got Bitcoin at $15?
Yeah.
This is the opportunity, man. So, man, thank you so much again, Mr. Bean, and I really appreciate you for taking the time out to come today.
No problem. And speaking of Bitcoin and stuff like that, guys, we have in our smart money section, that membership that you guys we're talking about. See, that smart money section is going to give you access also to our travel, because we have a travel partnership we just inked, and that's going to take us even bigger, further discounts and things like that. We also partner with an AI company, and so that we're bringing an AI company in that's going to help you market your businesses and help you go out there and make your money, help you recruit. We have a 6G internet provider, a partnership that's coming, fastest internet speeds in the world, and it will be global. That'll be one of the things we'll be taking global. Okay, and when it comes to those boxes, the first stage and first phase of those boxes is going in and just giving people fast internet, and so you can stream, do whatever you want. But it's going to be a situation where the chips that they're going to be put in, one, is going to be like tokenized. Two, it's going to be put in a position where people will be able to have what they call decentralized, true decentralization in their own home once this thing is networked all the way out and around the world. So that's going to be big. And then obviously we have DeFi education that's coming in as well. to add to, the smart money. So all those things being said, man, we got a lot of things that we're offering people. A person can come in, pick and choose what they want to do and the speed that they want to do it in, and we're just here to help. So Angel, before we get out of here, do you want to say anything real quick?
Yes, sir. First of all, thank you so much, Mr. Bean, for coming in here and, and putting the fire on this call. Everybody, can we give him a round of applause, please? I mean, gosh, everything that you do, you always, put the fire on there, Mr. Bean. And so I really want to say thank you for all you do for us. And I want to address the audience. As you can see, this is a launch call for Gage and Freddie. And this is what we do. We're family. We help each other. When you come on board with us, like Gage says, you are in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And what you all don't know is that this gentleman right here, the VP of sales, is our voice in this company. You're not just coming on any team. You're not just coming on in any company. You are in his family. And like Gage said in the beginning, he fights for his people. That's why we call him the people's champ. So I just want to welcome everybody. Please reach out to whoever it is that invited you to this call and, get them on the phone. First of all, say thank you, right, for sharing this with me, because not a lot of people know, because February 2024 was when we launched. 26 million already made, ladies and gentlemen. We're heading for that billion, and we want you to have that market share. So thank you, Mr. Bean, for everything that you do.
No problem. And so, ladies and gentlemen, like they said, guys, we're one big happy family. Again, I came out of retirement to, basically help a lot of families make a lot of money. So for me, it's not about the title of VP of sales. It's not even about the title of being the owner of the company. Basically, the title that is going to read the most to me is the one that's going to be over my legacy when we leave this place. So I look forward to doing business with any of those who are going to come on board and partner with us. For those of you who want to think about it, while you're thinking about it, go ahead and go solar. Go ahead and get clean water. Go ahead and put yourself in a position where you can be on the waiting list for Ripple, because that's out now. And then everything else that we have, just make sure you show the person love that invited you. Because one thing I can say is that you are seeing this first before we take this thing global and before we become the company that everybody will admire. So take care, guys. And congratulations, Gage and Freddie, on an amazing night. See you guys soon.
Man, thank you so much, man. And also, I hope to see all y'all on the other side, man. I hope to see y'all's faces in there, man.
Text Gage and call him. If you're ready, guys, I'm gonna take positioning is key. Text him, call him, have this conversation, and we'll be Angel, myself, and Gage will be available for a couple of hours to answer any questions, private questions that you guys may be having. So see you guys soon.
See you guys.
Outstanding launch.